Aloha and welcome. This is Susan Gregg, and I'm going to share some thoughts about ceremony. To me, ceremony is one of the most powerful, wonderful, magical opportunities. Remember one of the first ceremonies I went to, I had no idea what was going on, but I really felt something. I felt something at a profound level. Over the years, I've done hundreds and hundreds of ceremonies with people, and each one is magical and special in its own right. I remember the first time I did a large ceremony on the beach, I did a fire walk. I'd never led a fire walk before. I'd attended some, and we built this huge bonfire. And we sat around the bonfire, and I talked about the sacredness of ceremony and the power of coming together in a group, and we chanted, and it was just awesome. And it was right on the beach, and the moon was coming up, and there was high waves, and the bonfire was just cooking, and you could see the sparks going up into the night sky. And we talked for hours until the bonfire burnt down to nothing but a pile of hot coals, and I raked out the hot coals into a long, thin ribbon, and we joined hands in a circle, and I said a prayer, and I opened up the fire to a fire walk, and it was just amazing. People began dancing across the coals. It was an absolutely amazing experience. And I told people that, after they walked across the coals, to come back together and be part of the circle. And I noticed the first man that walked across the coals, he walked across the coals, put on his shoes, and walked up the cliff to the parking lot. And I didn't think that much of it, and we had this incredible ceremony. And then about 3 years later, I ran into him at a book signing, and he told me he wanted to thank me. And he said that he had listened to me that night, and he thought that, the sacred stuff and coming together, all that was just a bunch of hooey-fooey, and that if this woman, this flaky woman, could do a fire walk, he, being powerful ego self, could certainly walk across the coals in his own way. And so he was the first one that walked across the coals, and he shared with me that he got third-degree burns on the bottom of both his feet, and he had to spend about a month in bed because he couldn't walk. And he had this profound awakening in that month because he realized the power of sacred intent, the power of the ceremony, the power of coming together. And he said that was the beginning of his spiritual journey, and he really, really thanked me for it. Ceremony is just an incredible opportunity for you to move beyond the limitations of our thinking and embrace the realm of limitless possibilities where our spirit lives. It's just, we can make anything a sacred act. We can make anything a ceremony. We can take a shower and allow the shower to be an anointing. We can anoint ourselves with the water. We can make brushing our teeth a ceremony. We can bless each tooth. We can make each meal a sacrament. We can really enrich our lives as we embrace the idea of ceremony. And so right now, I'd like you to take a few long, slow, deep breaths and just imagine yourself standing in a circle around a beautiful bonfire in the middle of the desert. And you've just heard this incredibly chanting, beautiful prayer. And you've allowed yourself to connect with all these people and open your heart. And as you stand there looking at the bonfire, you can see little sparks of fire going up to the heavens. And as you look up at the sky, you see this incredible shooting star. And you feel the love and the wonder of standing in communion with all these people. And as you look around at the faces, you can see the fire reflecting. You can see the warmth in their faces. And as you look at their eyes, you see the sparkle and the glow of their spirit. And you really feel the moment pregnant with possibilities. And across the fire stands the grandmother. She's the archetype of the goddess. And she's just magnificent. And there's magic in her face. As you look at her eyes, you can see the love and the wisdom there. And she says to you as she looks at you across the fire, you are the magic. Without you, the universe would be incomplete. Remember, dear one, with each breath, it is your spirit giving life to your body. Each moment is a sacred moment. Each moment is a celebration of life. Your life is a ceremony. It is a banquet of opportunities. Open your heart and your mind to the magic and feel the love. You live surrounded by love, by unconditional love. Allow the universe to support you. Allow yourself to become one with your spirit and awaken to the truth of who and what you are, and allow magic and miracles to become part of every moment of your life. And take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel that love, that wisdom, and that joy that surrounds you and embraces you. Every time we allow ourselves to create a ceremony, we step into that energy. We allow ourselves to be filled with that magic. And just allow yourself to think about ceremony and to think about the possibilities. Whenever you do anything, say a little prayer. Call upon the love and the wisdom of the universe. I often call upon the ancestors, all those who have gone before us, all those who have come after us. And just allow yourself to let the magic of ceremony fill your life. And thanks for tuning in. Namaste.